up, people? This is a serious video where an officer gets kind of pepper sprayed in a guy, but don't be surprised if there's some bouts of uncontrolled laughing by me. This shit's funny. Rick, you can't laugh at some. Look, situation's funny, okay? I got a weird sense of humor. I can't even laugh now. Is there going to be some moms against men laughing at things that are inappropriate new organization now that stops me from laughing at things unless everyone else finds it funny? Here we go. Cop pulls in. Kind of pulls in quick, jumps out. The guy probably kind of bailed, saw him behind him. He's got his lights on. So the cop's a little irritated. Paper plates are a big scam. When people put paper plates in their car, they steal them, they fake them. When their buddy gets a paper plate, they go and copy it, and then they put it on their car so they don't have to pay registration, or so they can go out and commit crimes, and they don't have a real plate so they can drive on a toll road. Whatever they do, there's a lot of scams behind paper plates. So I stopped a lot of paper plates, especially in, we'll say, high doctor neighborhoods. All right, here we go.
Get back in the truck. Stay in the truck. Stay in the truck.
Okay, the fact that the officer has his gun out immediately tells me he's probably in an area that is, we'll call it a high crime area. Prone to violence. Lots of guns. Probably Democrat-controlled, Democrat voters voting for high gun control. That's where you see a lot of cops drawing their guns a lot. So he's got his gun on the guy. The guy's about to get out of the car. He probably thinks the guy's going to run. He don't know if he's getting out to shoot at him, whatever. I don't have a problem with his gun out. I've told cops that for years. My gun was out freaking probably on 90% of my traffic stops, if not behind my leg. And on the only ones that wasn't out, my hand was on my gun. There's nothing wrong with having your hand on your gun. People that tell you that, well, it looks intimidating and that's not promoting the friend. I don't give a shit. I ain't trying to promote your friendly shit. I'm trying to stay alive. You want to be friendly? You go out there after I have my hand on my gun and you can freaking give them candy. I don't care. And I never fell for that, and I never went in for it. And they never made it policy that you couldn't have your hand on your gun. So I did it.
Truck.
Excuse me, sir. Mama! I'm a minor. Mama!
So this guy keeps hollering mama. Are those tattoos all on his arms? His mama pay for all those tattoos? I don't know. Anyway, he's acting like a victim. He's got his hands up. He's acting like he's cooperative, and he's calling for his mom. Look, cops don't care about that. Juveniles probably killed just as many people as adults in this country, but it's very much kept quiet. It goes in juvenile court. It's all hidden. Juveniles know that any crime I commit before I'm 18, it goes away. Gang members know that juveniles get lighter sentences, so they get juveniles to do their crimes, to carry their guns, etc. So just because somebody's a juvenile, when I hear somebody go, well, he's a juvenile and you shouldn't, I like, shut up. Juvenile will shoot you just as quick as an adult. And I'm going to treat you the same way as I treat an adult until I determine that you're not freaking trying to kill me. But I'll be nice to everybody, but I have a plan to kill them. Here we go.
She's in there.
Move your leg. Move your leg.
Mama!
Okay, so the cop still has his gun out. I still don't know why he stopped him. I'm thinking it's a paper plate, and because the guy ran, this guy might have an auto theft background. This car may match a vehicle that was involved in a shooting. There's something that got this cop all hinked up to where he's got his gun out and he's pointing. It could be the neighborhood. I know people are going to say it's because the guy's black. It's not because he's black. I wouldn't care if this guy's white. If there's a white guy in a truck with a paper plate and he tries to take off when I put my lights on and he runs into a high crime area and starts yelling mama and tries to jump out the car, I'm going to draw my gun on him too. I'm sorry if that offends somebody. I ain't sorry. Hell, I don't even know why hell I said that. Damn, got me programmed apologizing for shit. All right, here we go.
What are you
Shut
doing?
your mouth, dude.
Bro.
Okay, so he shuts the door, and now the officer calls in a stop. Again, this goes to totality of circumstances. It tells me the cops, this went really, really quick. As soon as he saw the guy, the probably looked at him, went, oh shit, got that conscience of guilt, may have made a firm move, try to hide something in the car, stick something under the seat. The cop says, oh shit, he's got dope or a gun, hit his lights before he could call it in. The guy pulled in a lot and jumped out. The guy had to jump out and draw his gun. He hasn't even called in the stop yet or his location. A lot of cops will say that's bad officer safety. Look, sometimes shit happens fast. I can't tell you the number of times that I end up in a foot pursuit, and I haven't got the car description. I ain't got nothing because it just freaking happened.
I'll record this.
Charlie 30 1059.
I'm about to snap all of this, bro.
6400 East 9th Street.
So the guy's on his phone dialing. Cops don't like this, especially in gang or hood areas, because they'll call their buddies, say, yo, man, a cop's here, and I got your shit, so you got to come here and get this cop off me. And what gangs will do is, in hoods like this, it'll take less than 30 seconds to have 15 people out here. And then these people will come up, and somebody will sacrifice themselves with a clean record and get arrested for assaulting the cop or something, so this guy can get away. So they will come up, distract the cop, make the cop arrest one of them, push them, get close, have the cop go hands-on with somebody trying to get him out of the area. Next thing you know, he's arresting this dude. Meanwhile, the guy in the car with the doping gun gets away and runs. And then now it's like, well, why did you stop him? Well, he had a paper plate for the movement. Well, you ain't got no evidence, you got nothing. So we got no case. So when you work in a gang area and they know how the law works in a system, it's very easy to manipulate the government. Vice versa. Let's say if there was a revolution and the citizens got fed up with a tyrannical government and they wanted to fight the government. Same policies applied. If you're doing something, you want to keep an escort vehicle, you want to keep a rabbit to pull the officer off you, you want to set up and have people waiting to where if you get in trouble, you pull into this area and you know you have lateral support, rear support, whatever, sniping, ambush, whatever. But I digress. Let's get back to this video.
White Ford F-150. Paper tag.
Mama! I'm calling my mother.
So this guy's on the phone calling mama. And he's really wanting to tell everybody he's only 17, like that matters.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
Okay.
Get your hands off me before my mom comes out here and up.
That's just funny. I don't think anybody's ever told me their mom's going to come out and fuck me up. That's funny. If that dude would have told me that, I think I'd have started busting out laughing. I go, really, dude? You are that freaking pussified that you're going to have your mom come out and beat me up? Is that, I'd have had a field day with this dude. But anyway, that was before cameras. Like I said, if they had cameras on me when I was working, I'd be a YouTube star.
There's a camera right there in my window. In my window. You are.
Give me your other hand.
You are being recorded.
Give me your other hand.
You are being recorded, sir.
Give me your other hand.
Window.
Give me your other hand.
Here, you hit me. I'm 17.
Okay, here's where I think the officer's kind of screwing up. I don't know why he ends up pepper spraying this dude. This dude's obviously an idiot. Rick, you can't call him an idiot. You mean he's not smart, or he doesn't have... Actually, somebody said that, and I looked up idiot real quick in a legal definition, and it basically says somebody too stupid to make common sense or reasonable decisions. So, idiot is a perfectly legal term. Look it up. But anyway, guy's kind of being cooperative here. He's got his arms out. He's talking smack. He had his phone. The guy pulled his pepper spray out, and the guy's kind of giving in. Now, this cop right now, somebody's saying, what's he detained for? Why hasn't he asked for his license? Why hasn't he... I don't know why he hasn't asked for his license. I don't know why I didn't tell him why he's detaining him. I don't know why he's treating him this way. The cop doesn't say that. Most agencies have a policy. It's not law, but there's a policy that when you detain somebody, you will tell them, you'll identify yourself, your agency and name, and you will tell them why they're being detained. I don't know if agencies took out those policies, just don't enforce them. I don't know what happened, but a lot of agencies that I work for, they all had policies that you would identify yourself and your agency and the offense or why you stopped them or contacted them.
Okay.
You hit me.
I don't care how old you are.
Mama!
Okay, so he's going to put him in handcuffs. He wants him detained. Again, we don't know if there was further movement before, if he saw him reaching, if the guy, if he knows the guy, if he knows the truck. We don't know any of that.
I'm not throwing them at you. I'm throwing them at my mom's window.
Let me throw.
Stop.
Give me your other hand behind your back.
Stop.
Give me your...
So this guy appears cooperative, and then he goes into stop, and he becomes uncooperative. So the officer's escalating force, I think, on a fairly reasonable escalation. He's asking, when the guy doesn't, he moves to stronger force. I'm kind of okay with everything here. I would have liked, and I think it would have been better, and I think it should be policy, and I think by law he should have to, he doesn't have to, but he should have to say you're being detained because I'm putting you in cuffs because you need to submit to my arrests because I'm arresting you for. I think that should be mandatory. But again, people don't hold agencies accountable. They just want to blame the cops when they get caught doing something that cops do because they're allowed to do. Cops aren't allowed to do something unless the chief and the politicians that hire the chief and the liberal administrators that are listed, unless they allow them to do it. And then you get liberals up in Congress that don't pass laws. They're worried about investigating Trump for 2 years. They don't pass laws to control cops and to hold cops accountable, and nobody blames them. They want to come here and go, it's the cops' fault. The cops need more training. Rick, you're just protecting the cops. No, I'm not. Government is the issue. Standards are the issue. Accountability is the issue. Cops work under the conditions they're allowed to do. Cops do what they do because they're allowed, and people want to hate the cops. They don't want to hate the people that are allowing them to do it.
Your hand behind your back.
Stop, sir. Please stop.
Give me your hand behind your back.
Stop.
I'm going to pepper spray you.
Okay, so the guy's saying, stop, sir. He's saying, sir. He's being pretty polite. He's saying, please. He's calling him sir, but his hand is kind of hidden. I would probably have my gun out instead of this. If you start reaching, your hand goes where I can't see it, my gun's going to be screwed in your ear. I don't play around with that, especially if I'm on hands-on. If you come up with a gun, I don't want to just let go and run and try to go for my gun. I want to be firing as soon as I see the gun. So him having pepper spray kind of goes against his defense later to say I was in fear of my life. I thought he was armed and dangerous. Well, you thought he was armed and dangerous, officer. Why didn't you have your gun out? Isn't it policy that if a guy has a gun, you have your gun out? You don't pepper spray people with guns normally, do you? So you said you were in fear of your life, but you had your pepper spray out. That's why I don't like citizens carrying pepper sprays and tasers. You got to be able to justify why you had it, why you didn't use it, if you used it, and then if you do use it and you end up shooting, why didn't you have it out before? And if you were really scared, why did you use lower force? Why didn't you have your gun? And it just makes a legal muddy mess. But you got idiots out there advising people, oh, if you carry a gun, you should always have pepper spray, and you should always have taser, and you should have all kind of non-lethal. Well, that's because you're an idiot and you've never been to court, because I'm telling you, they're going to eat your ass when you use a gun and you have these other tools. But Rick, cops have those tools and they don't. That's right, because they're government. They're special. Government's not going to go after government. Every time a cop uses a gun, in my book, they need to justify why they didn't use pepper spray and why they didn't use a taser. It would be absolutely part of policy, part of the reporting. It should be law that if you have non-lethal force and you use lethal force, you need to justify why you didn't use that non-lethal. You need to articulate why you went straight to lethal force. And it's easy to do under the right conditions and the right circumstances, but cops don't have to do it, so they don't care.
I love that.
Give me your hand behind your back. There we go. How hard does this have to be?
So, okay, so we went from cooperative to uncooperative to now we're cooperative and he's yelling for mama. So he's putting his hand behind his back. Again, that's why I'm not real sure this cop, when he pepper sprays him, I'm just kind of like, dude, was that really necessary?
Shut your mouth.
So now he's crying and he's acting like he's being hurt, which is a fake. He's just trying to incite his mom to take action. Maybe his mom's told him since he was born, if a cop ever touches you, come to me, baby, and I'll beat his ass. And he believed her. I don't know.
He's hurting me, mama! Mama! Mama!
Shut your mouth.
Mama! He's hurting me!
Okay, so cop's kind of irritated with this guy. You're running around. 2 seconds ago, you were saying, get your hands off me. You better not touch me. Mom's going to beat your ass. You're being tough guy. Now you're crying. Now I got you in handcuffs. Is he really a threat in handcuffs, people?
Mama, he's hurting me! He's hurting me, Mama! He's hurting me!
Stay back in there.
Mama, he's hurting
Stay back in there.
I don't know, Mama, I didn't do nothing! He just came up here!
Stay back there.
Okay, so the cop is distracted. He's controlling the mom. He's probably getting a crowd. Again, I'm kind of okay with everything so far.
I'll explain it to you in a minute. I'll make it explain with him screaming.
I came in here and parked and he came behind me. I didn't even do nothing. And
All
then
that
he
video.
came
Gee, you know, out of all the people I arrested, I kind of think probably 99% of them said, I didn't do anything. Why are you harassing me? Why are you stopping me? Calling me a racist, calling me jackboot, whatever. Nobody ever says, hey man, yeah, I know I got a fake plate and I ran from you, man. Every once in a while, I did have a couple guys that would admit to it. And usually I let them go.
up to my window and he grabbed me out my window, mama. And there's tell him there's a camera, bro. You've seen everything, bro. Tell him about your camera, bro.
Good. Good.
So he's going from mama to talking to bro. So we have at least two people. My guess, it doesn't show there's multiple people.
I got a camera going too.
Okay, thank you.
The whole time.
Okay, thank you. Now get your handcuffs off me. I'm 17.
Okay, so he goes from sir to please to cooperating. He lets him handcuff him. Now he's in the officer's face. Get your hands off me. I'm 17. Somebody has told this kid if he's 17, the cops can't mess with him. I don't get it.
It doesn't work like that.
It does work like that. I don't have no juvenile record. I haven't did anything.
Okay. When you try and hop out of the truck,
I didn't hop out of the truck.
and when you act like this,
because I'm
going to...
Okay, here's where the cop kind of loses it. When you hop out of the truck and act like this, wait a minute. A guy pulls into his parking spot. He's allowed to get out of his car and go in his house. That's not considered odd or dangerous. The officer's going to have to articulate why he believed it was odd that a guy got out of his truck when he parked in front of his own house and he's yelling for his mom. How is that unreasonable? This is where the cop starts blowing his probable cause, because instead of saying that, he should have said, look, dude, when I saw you, you immediately floored it. You stuck something in between his seat and you leaned over like you were reaching or grabbing for something. You had a paper plate and you immediately raced in here and jumped out of the car and was going to run inside before I had a cat, even though you knew my lights were on behind you and I was trying to pull you over. And that would have been a much better probable cause statement than, well, when you act like this and you try to get out of your car. Really? Getting out of your car is now a crime? Bad move, cop.
put you in handcuffs. I don't care that you're mad.
Nigga, me and my girlfriend just got into it.
Nigga, me and you and my girlfriend just got into it. Shit. Bitch hell, motherfucker. All right, look, dude, whatever. You don't want to get in arguments with people like this because it just doesn't go nowhere. It's just a circular illogic. It's BS. This cop needs to do what he needs to do. If he's on arrested duty, he needs to snatch him out and put him in a car. Lock him in a car, and then he's got him in a secure area and he's patted down. Instead, this cop's kind of standing here wanting to get in a pissing contest. To me, I think the cop is kind of like, oh, shit. I got him in cuffs. I really don't have probable cause to arrest him. I don't even know if he's got a license. I don't know if he's violated any law yet. I'm pretty much acting on suspicion. And now I got these other people out here. What do I think the cop is kind of trapped and he doesn't know how to get out of it. That's just my point. I know I'm going to have the cop lovers. You're always picking on cops. I'm not. I'm just telling you how I see it, people.
You grab me like that. Grab me like that. Yeah. Do it. Do it. Choke me. Kill me.
Okay. Now I'm getting to where I think this driver is a freaking lunatic. He goes from sir to please to crying to mama to now kill me. Break it, motherfucker. Kill me. Choke me. Kill me. So I think at this point I'm like, okay, dude, I'm pretty sure you're a freaking lunatic. You're either on drugs or you're a danger to yourself or others because you're acting unreasonable. But regardless, does the cop have justification to grab him by the neck when he's got him handcuffed and he could take him out of the car? I'm saying no. I think the officer's out of line. This is not an approved technique. He's trying to intimidate him. He's tired of this guy running his mouth and threatening him that his mom's going to kick his butt and blah. And now he's lost his temper and he grabbed the guy by the neck. Bad move in my book. Hard to defend. The problem is he's not going to have to defend it. Cops out there can do whatever the hell they want and nobody holds them accountable. It's freaking crazy. You think this cop would be doing this if there had been 4 cops in his agency that lost their job and is doing prison time right now for violating people's constitutional rights? Do you think he would be doing this? Hell no. But guess what? There ain't cops that are in jail right now for violating civil rights. There aren't cops getting fired. So cops keep doing it.
Kill me, mother. Kill me. Kill me. Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm not choking anybody.
Yes, you are.
Get my...
So, Now he's in handcuffs. He's choking him, and he squirts him right in the face with pepper spray. Does anybody think that's reasonable force, man? I do not know how this cop cannot get charged with excessive force at this point. This is absolutely unnecessary. Dude, I get it. The cops are going to come here. Rick, you've never dealt with somebody that's an asshole. I have dealt with assholes, and it's frustrating, and it's a pain in the ass. And if you don't want to deal with them, then get out of the job. I didn't want to deal with them, but I had to. So, choking a guy that's handcuffed and spraying him in the face with pepper spray when he's not even really a threat. He's a freaking big-mouthed kid, and you don't even really have a reason to arrest him yet that you've articulated, and now you've pepper sprayed him and choked him and handcuffed him. This cop is wrong in my book. I'm sorry.
My face.
Now the guy spits in the cop's face. And I'm telling you, if I'm on a jury, I'm not convicting this guy. Because he spit because he got pepper sprayed in the mouth. Did he intend to hit the guy in the face? I don't know. To be honest, I don't care. I don't think he should have been pepper sprayed when he was handcuffed with your hand on his throat. So if you got spit because you were in his spit path when he spit out the pepper spray that you shouldn't have sprayed in his face, I don't care that he assaulted and battered you. I'm not worried about that. Guess what, officer? You freaking lose. That's me. I know I'm going to have the cop lovers here. How can you say you were a cop? You don't know nothing about the blue line. Shut up, freaking idiots. I'm not anti-cop. I'm anti-bad and wrong cop. I'm anti-criminal cops. I'm anti-thug cops. I'm anti-government abuse of power cops. That's what I'm anti. And if that offends you, hey, you don't have to be here. You don't worry about letting the door hit you in the ass.
Charlie 30, hold traffic.
No, I'm not doing nothing. I can't.
Okay, so now this cop goes hold traffic. When a cop says hold traffic, we used to call it code 33, clear the air. You can say clear the air, hold traffic, give me the alert tone, whatever. There's a lot of ways you can put it out. He's saying hold traffic. Normally, all other officers know, uh-oh, something's going on. He's in the middle of shit. He doesn't want anything. He wants the radio for himself because he's involved in an emergency and it's going south, and he may need to get on the radio and put out some urgent information. So any cop in the area now is automatically starting to roll this guy's way. They know something's going on. I think the dispatcher turns on the alert tone, which is that beeping you hear. And when you turn on the radio and you hear beeping as a cop, that means there's an emergency in progress. Stay off the air until the beeping stops.
I can't breathe. I had to get that out of my mouth.
1063 and 6400.
Turn around.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So, as usual, when you use pepper spray, I hate it. Normally it's females that show up and want to pepper spray all the cops and the bad guy, and they screw up everything. This guy used it on one guy, and now this cop's out of the fight. He's coughing, he's hacking, he's got pepper spray. They're both messed up. Neither one of them can do anything. Man, and then you got idiots out there saying, buy my pepper spray. It's the greatest thing in the world. It'll save your life. I'm an expert. I watch videos. I got a green screen.
I'm sorry. I can't breathe, sir.
I can't breathe either.
I'm sorry.
So now they both can't breathe. Next thing you know, the cop's going to start screaming, Mama! Mama! He pepper spray. Shut up, you freaking crybaby.
This is a big community. Can't see my eyes burn so bad. Mama.
Mine too, dude.
Mama, come on, ass, please. I can't breathe, Mama. I need my inhaler, Mama. I can't.
So he went from Mama's going to beat your ass to please, sir, to go ahead and kill me, choke me, kill me, motherfucker, I want to die, to now he's crying. We have some emotional issues here.
It's in your room.
Stand back there, man. Okay.
I'm sorry, sir.
I'll wait for an additional officer.
Can you wash your eyes, please?
Thanks for spitting in my face, dude.
I'm sorry, sir.
So the cop says, thanks for spitting in my face. When he spit the pepper spray back on him. That ought to be a new tactic taught by Antifa. Hey, man, when a cop's pepper spray you, spit on them, and it's like pepper spraying them with their own pepper spray. Because this guy just pepper sprayed the cop with his own pepper spray by spitting the pepper spray back in his face. I love it when criminals use their head.
I didn't mean to. But this burns.
Yep, it does.
I'm sorry.
So the guy's apologizing. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if he meant to or not. I don't really care. I don't think he should have been pepper sprayed.
I didn't mean to. Honestly.
Charlie 30, we're in the apartment complex itself.
Do you hear me, sir? Do you hear me?
Huh?
There's numbers right there of the apartment complex, dude. I haven't heard him put out that number, but maybe he did put it out.
Do you hear me? I didn't mean to spit.
What?
I didn't mean to spit.
Well, you did.
Can I rub my eyes? Can I rub my eyes?
No, we're gonna stay right like this.
Okay, I'm cool.
Till I get help.
I'm cool. Please, my eyes hurt, sir. My eyes hurt so bad, Mama! Why did you pull him over? Here, can I get out? I need air.
Ma'am, you need to go back.
Why did you pull him over?
Okay.
Mama, can you put some ice on? Mama, I need water on my face ASAP. ASAP, bro.
Hey, the kid knows ASAP. That's pretty good. I need water on my face ASAP, mama.
It's so bad. It burns so bad. It burns so bad.
Can I get water for his face?
You get water for my face too, please.
Can I get water for your
Yes,
face?
ma'am, you can.
So now he just told her they get water in their face. If the woman picks up a hose and hose them both down, he'll be arresting her for assault. Rick, you can't say that either. Oh, whatever.
Yes, run. Oh, sorry. What do I do? Can I get it?
Man, I got it too.
I'm sorry.
If you spit it back in my face.
I'm sorry. You got it in my mouth directly.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry.
Did I warn you several times not to do that?
Yeah, you're right. I did squirt at my face. I'm pretty sure the cop violated policy for putting that pepper spray that close to his face and squirting him. I mean, it seemed like it was in 6 inches, and normally there's a certain feet. I don't remember exactly what policy says, and it's probably changed 20 times since then because they're always changing it. But that seemed a little close to use the pepper spray, especially when you got the guy handcuffed, especially when your hand's already on his throat, and especially when you really haven't articulated the guy's a danger or done anything yet.
I'm sorry.
You hear that beeping? That's the alert tone. When he said clear the air, that beeping will keep beeping. That's why they tell officers when you turn on your radio, you should always monitor the unit for 10 to 15 seconds to make sure there's not a beep. I think that beep goes every 3 to 5 seconds. And if you hear that beep, you're not supposed to talk because it's an emergency. Because sometimes when people go 10-8 or cops go 10-8, they get in their car, I turn on the radio. Hey, 721, I'm 98, or I'm 10-8, or whatever I'm going to call. I just put it out. And because the radio's clear. And when the radio's clear, if you got to say something, get on and say it. Some agencies, they get really long-winded and they say a whole bunch of stuff because they don't have very many units on the road. But when you work in big agencies with a lot of people, you got to get on quick because there's a lot of other people getting traffic, running people, stops, calling in domestic, whatever it is.
I can't breathe.
See, this cop hasn't really updated the unit saying, hey, clear the air. I've got a guy handcuffed with pepper spray. Go ahead and send medical for wash me, or send a unit that can wash off this pepper spray. I got one detained. He hasn't really updated the dispatch at all. So this cop's kind of failing on a lot of areas in my book. You got cops probably coming to you, endangering the public, driving like maniacs, thinking you might be in a shootout or might be stabbed because you ain't said shit on the radio.
Hey, come get him.
Please, can you help me?
I got pepper spray in the face.
Okay, so he tells this cop to come take the guy. I always love that too. Guys that use pepper spray, they always want me to take their guy because they're pepper sprayed. I'm like, dude, I don't want to handle some dude with pepper spray and put him in my car and trash my shit out. Then I got to drive to freaking jail and I'm hacking and breathing because you freaking want to pull out your damn pepper spray and you think it freaking works. And all it does is screw everybody else up. But I digress.
Come on.
Doesn't tell the officer what's he arrested for. This cop should have asked, if I'm putting in my car, what's he arrested for? Do I need to search him? Has he been searched? I mean, usually you search anybody you put in your car, but if I want to be searching somebody in handcuffs, I want to know what he's doing. If you arrested a guy for dealing heroin and he's shooting up heroin, I want to know when I'm searching him that he might have needles on him. But anyway, it ends here. This cop did some things that I kind of that I disagree with, and I don't think he should have. But we'll end that there, and that's my opinion. Argue it out in the comments.